Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina, and this is your Ancient Wisdom for Today Oracle reading for Friday, December 29th, 2017. The card for today is the River Queen. And I'm sorry if I seem tired, I really am, but I'm here for you, and that's the whole point. Her message is natural movement, going with the flow, and letting go of expectations and trying to force outcomes. Now, I've had several cards over the last few weeks that talked about not holding on too tight and not trying to force energy or forcing things to happen. But this is a little bit different. This is about not trying to make things be perfect. And perfectionism is usually two things. It's a sign that you're a little bit impatient, and it's a sign that you have a need to control. I have a little bit of that, but I recognize it in myself, so I try not to go overboard with it. But this card really is about just going with the flow, allowing things to happen in their own timing, under their own power. Because when we put our intention out there that we want something, let's try to make it as simple as possible, and then you can hopefully develop it on your own. When we put our intention out there that we want roses in our front yard, so we go out and we buy a rose bush, and we buy some potting soil, and we buy some rose food, and we plant them, and we water everything, and we try to make sure it's just perfect. Then we have to let go. We have to step back and let the rose use its own power to grow into this big, beautiful bush that has all these gorgeous blossoms all over it. That's true of everything that we want, everything we desire, every goal that we're reaching for, every destination that we're aiming for. Once we put the intention out there that we want something, we have done two things. We've told the universe we want this thing, and we've imprinted our energy on that thing. So now we have to let that thing use the energy we gave it and combine its energy with its own energy, our energy and its energy together, to come to us under its own volition, in its timing, and through the path it needs to take. It's going to be easiest on that thing and on us. When we desire and we put our intentions out there, or we pray, or we ask for help, or we just say, or we cast a spell. I have a lot of friends that are witches, so it's okay. However you put your intention out there, when you do that, you've given your goal, your desire, an energy. You've given it extra power, and you've drawn its attention to you. So you just let it be. Let it happen. Let it use the energy you gave it with your intention, and the energy that already belonged to it, so it can come to you. That is the law of detachment in a nutshell. And the River Queen says, the analogy, if you would read the description, because all these oracle decks come with books that help you understand the messages. She uses the analogy because she's water, and water flows. It rains, and then the water runs into a creek, which runs into a lake, which runs into a river, which runs into the ocean, where it evaporates, goes back up into the atmosphere to create rain again. and it just flows constantly. It does what it needs to do, but in its movement, it changes. It changes people, it changes the landscape, it changes the air when it evaporates, because that's what gives us moisture and a humidity level. We all need moisture. If we breathe air that's too dry for too long, our nasal passages, our throats, even our lungs can dry out, and that's not healthy. So all of these things are working synchronistically. Just like in nature, so our desires and our goals in life, and it's all tied together spiritually. There's this divine plan and what synchronistic way that everything, all the energies, all the magic, all the intentions, all the goals, it all works together. And when we try to force it or make it bend to our will, I mean, we can bend energy to a degree. Actually, I don't personally think there's any limit to how much we can bend energy, but we're forcing other energies to bend to our will. And if we do that too often or to too great an extreme, we alter that thing we ask for. We alter the energy that's going to bring it to us, and it ends up maybe not looking, feeling, or acting the way we thought it was going to when it finally gets to us. So the message for today and through this weekend, because I know there's going to be a lot of partying going on, a lot of, I never make New Year's resolutions, because what's the point? I can decide to reinvent myself in June the same as I can in December. But there's going to be a lot of change, the turning of the wheel, the changing of the year. This is a huge weekend where we can force things, or we can just sit back, take a deep breath, and allow everything to flow naturally the way it needs to flow in order to get to us in the form and shape that we initially sent the desire out into the universe. If you need help with this or any of the services I offer, the link for my website's on this video. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but even though I don't do readings on the weekends, I still check emails. I am there. My email address is on my website. It will tell you how to contact me. I check my emails at least twice a day. I try to, unless I'm extremely sick or there's some form of emergency in my life, I try to get back to everybody within 24 to 36 hours. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. You can also check me out on Facebook. It's just Katrina Marie on Facebook. And I'd be happy to talk to anyone out there. If you need help, all my services are on my website with all the fees that I charge. And I'm here for you. All you have to do is reach out. I hope everyone has a really fun, happy, easy-flowing holiday weekend. Have a great time, and I will see you on Monday.